Hello everybody, today is Wednesday the 16th of October. Long time no see. My hand is acting up again and then I can't do anything. And my birthday's tomorrow. I am preparing some stuffs for that. But right now I want to make a coffee and I thought maybe I filmed that too. Because I have a coffee maker. I never had one and I started making myself. Nothing goes well here, so it's fun. But I started to make latte macchiatos. Last week was just a normal pan and my little coffee boiler things. And then I thought maybe I just research quickly for a coffee maker with this thing to froth up milk. And now I have one of those. So it was rather cheap for a machine like that. Here I can do the milk thingy and I have this thingy for the coffee. Yeah, it's cute. I want to have it a bit higher, so I got a little box for that because it's a bit hard to do everything over here. But this is my super cool machine. Then I have here 3 cake bases. I want to make a layered cake with it. I have the chocolate cream in here. Also made one for Mom because even though it's my birthday, she said, "Oh, are we gonna have an apple cake?" But that's her cake. She likes apple cakes. She gets apple cakes on her occasions. And I said, "No, I'm gonna have one I like." And that looks stupid, but yeah. But I made one for her anyway. So even though she does accept things, it's not her first go-to to be very generous for others. So it's a bit mom-centered. Yeah. She's a bit different. Yeah. But she's nice and stuff. Don't be mean to her, but she's not easy. Look at that thing. I'm gonna try out this thing because I'm also very happy. I am wearing my old tights. Oh, this is a bad angle though. I'm putting you there. And my tights are about 17 years old. And I have lost 5 kilos and I feel so much better. So I'm wearing those again. But they might not show up. Are they visible here? Those are my old tights. Super cool. Okay, I hope it does not topple over. I don't know what's on it. Oh yeah, that's schon schiefgehen. It's gonna get crooked. That's a German saying. It's a bit flimsy because it was cheap, but it works. So I'm happy about that because I'm not paying $400 for a machine like that. So I have 3 buttons. One is to put it on, and then I need to wait a bit, and I have those things. And then I think I'm gonna heating it up first. I'm gonna heat it up. And then I'm gonna push the button, let out some water. Then I stop it. It says that. I think now it's in the machine and then everything heats up. Okay. So, this should warm up too. I don't care about that. I'm taking this now and I fill it with coffee. And there's a little water in here. Okay. And that takes a while because I need to refill it. Well, I'm trying my stand out a bit more, but I think it's down here. Okay, so I have also this thing. It's all plastic, so that's why it was quite cheap. It was about $100, which is cheap for a machine like that. It's still not for free or something. That might not be too much, and then I push it down a bit. And when I put too much, it's gonna come on backwards. That's fine. Just have to deal with it. And now we go back over here. And you guys who are with me for a long time, you might hope for better footage at some point, but that's not gonna happen. Because I can't. also not fancy and stuff. Okay. I have some leftover milk from before, but I'm gonna put a bit more. I got that one today in Migros. It was the last one they had. I'm very happy because it was the last one. So, okay, I'm gonna let out a coffee first. Barely fits. My light's on green, so I can push the button. I need to check when it comes out for the color, and then switch it off, and then do the milk. I'm practicing for tomorrow because tomorrow is gonna be family time, and they all want coffee. And that's why I want to have it higher up. It's a bit annoying. Okay. I think that's fine. And then I always burn myself. So I take all my coffee. And you know, the best way to learn something is to teach it to somebody. That's why I'm doing this. And then I take this off. And I have learned. Now I put it over here and go to the sink. And I know that with to teach somebody something is the best way to learn it yourself, because I did that. With about 18, 20, I did give a girl some Nachhilfestunden. I tutored a kid which was about, a girl who was about 12. So we called it, she was in secondary school and I was at a Kanti gymnasium or something. And she couldn't cope with those math things where you have a sentence where you have we call them Sätzlichrechnungen, tiny sentence calculations, where you have a story and then you need to figure something out and you need to put x somewhere and make eine Gleichung, an equation or something. And then I explained it to her, and that really helped me with my school, because I didn't get it either up until that point. Even though I'm good at maths and stuff, but I had some issues. And then, because I also was sick for months in secondary school, I was home for a month or longer and missed some stuff. So, and then I could do that too. So now I need to push the button for the Dampf. Dampf is the hot air. I don't know. Steam. And once the light is on here, then I could do that. And I should just dump around, steam around without my milk, because there's water coming out. And I have to be careful with this knob, because first there's water coming out before the steam. Now there's the steam. And then I don't know. Then I just try to froth up my milk. But it's so small, I can barely reach the milk. So it's a bit annoying. It's too short. Okay. One could do more, but just stop it. And then I try to clean it somehow. I'll put it in the water. Froth it one more time. Just to get the milk out of the thing. Okay. And I take my sponge thing. It's fresh. I've used it for this stuff, but I need to pay attention to that. And then I clean this on the outside. It's a bit hot, but not that much. And clean this one too. This is what I find annoying, to try to clean everything and not being sure if it's really clean in the end. So there's some milk sticking on this one. And this one I'm gonna rinse in the water here. And it's I still need to work on the process with things. And now I have my coffee here. I've got my hot milk and some froth for on top. And then also there was I wanted a cocoa shaker. And I found one in Migros too. And then it was labeled with 27 bucks. And then I looked at it closer and it said Gillette, some kind of shaver thing. And it was just 4.50, but then I told the person who was working there that it's mislabeled. And I was very happy about that. So I'm very happy when I can help somebody, and she was very nice too. So this is not my coffee. It's okay. It's actually good. I'm not the biggest coffee drinker, but I drank a lot of coffee lately. Look, very, very foamy. And the first time I noticed, maybe I didn't notice, but I got this intrinsic thing with teaching somebody or yourself. I was in my first grade. I was 7 years old, and we had maths, and I didn't get what I had to do. It was a paper with a lot of pictures on it, like carrots all over, and I had to circle them, like put them in bags, 5 and 5 and 5, and I didn't get how that worked somehow. So I asked my mom, but she didn't get it either. And then I explained it to her and explained it to her to the point where I said, now I get it. And it's very funny. So this is how I explained myself my homework for the first time with 7 years old. I didn't get it at first either, but I got it more than mom, and somehow that worked. And through that, I know I can teach myself. Maybe I did not explicitly know it, but I just have that thingy that I can teach myself. And that's also how I learned the piano. Basically, that's it. I mean, maybe some flute, but I also had lessons for flute. So I have a base in things, and then I can go on with other things. Okay, so I want to also clean my table. That hurt. I did... Oh, I don't want the light. Okay, it's not light. I did the old paper yesterday and my cardboard and cleaned this room a bit. And I don't know if you remember my Stitch costume. I was wearing it last week when I was cold, and it was superb. It was great. So, and this is that. Maybe I put my brother's Scan and Cut back because that is over here. On the other hand, I think I keep it here to just use it more quickly. And it stinks here. I don't know if it's from the kitty litter. Okay, so I'm not gonna do a lot here. I'm working on this diamond painting. It's gonna be for Martina. I don't know if it works. It's a horsey with a native girl, and Martina likes it. I'm gonna try to film a bit more like that. And I know I say it a lot. I'm very grumpy. Having a very bad month. Also, yeah. Sometimes I didn't even realize how grumpy and unsocial I was till my family came over, and I had no patience for any misunderstandings or something. So I have no... It would be good to have something on the left and right side which is the same height to then cut straight, because this is not gonna be straight. But I don't care. So I'm just cutting them in half. Those are actually just for myself, even though I'm not allowed to eat them. It's my present for my birthday. It has very significantly slowed down my weight loss thing, because I'm always hungry at the moment, and then I just need to eat. And so there hasn't been a lot going on the last 2-3 weeks. I hope it's straight. Yeah. Maybe if I do it like this. It's not entirely cooked in the middle. That's a bit of a pity. And let's be honest, it's just one layer, so it doesn't have to be that straight. Okay. Well, I'm not cutting off the top because I'm just... Oh wow, whoa, that is so straight. I'm amazing. Okay, now I need to figure out where I want to have it. Maybe I want to put it on a plate, because in the end... I have a plate. I'm going to put it on the plate I have over my cream here. In here is my... I need to wash that. Chocolate cream. I don't know. What do you see there? Wanna wash that quickly? Just gonna try it out with those. And Tina, this is my favorite thing because it's attached. And I always have those where they slip off and then water goes under it and stuff. So thank you again. Okay, so I just put this on here. It is so straight. As straight as. And then I just slap on some cream. And I have plenty of cream. I just want to make a big in-between level. I don't know how much. I like that. And then add it on. And this is my cake. I don't remember how I used to do that. I guess I might just put some around. And in the end, I'm gonna put on some ganache, some couverture. But I used to make my own, and this time I'm gonna take one that I heat up a lot, and so I just put some on the edges here. No, not professional. I get stuff done. They're never very pretty or something, but I get them done. I find that important. And I guess after I do that, I just put it in the fridge for a while, and then I'm gonna add the chocolate. Might be a bit dry in the end. I could still make my own ganache, but I don't know if I want to do that. I can put some on top. I have plenty. Ta-da! And this is just cream and eggs, egg yolks, egg yellows, and chocolate, melted chocolate, and some vanilla sugar. And I nearly made butter. I wasn't checking my machine, and it was already very, very stiff. Because I have my kitchen aid, and I haven't done a lot of. I'm not good with Schlagrahm anyway. With what's it called? I don't know. Whipped cream. Yeah. Okay, that's Schlagrahm. It's the same actually. Yeah. Schlagen is hitting, whipping, and Rahm is cream. And haven't done that a lot. And normally I don't like those recipes. Also with Snow White's egg snow. What's that called? Stiffed eggs. Egg white foam. I don't even know what I mean. Okay. I didn't think I would put it all over, but I have enough. And I don't remember how it used to be, the recipe. It's my own downwriting. I wrote it down years ago. Because I happened to make a wedding cake because my stupid boyfriend offered to do that for somebody. Because we made cakes for his family at Christmas, also I made, with this cream for the first time. And the very cool biscuit recipe, which is the layers. And he then thought that he can make wedding cakes. And we were invited to talk about a wedding somewhere. And one could have offered for also bring a cheese and meat platter, like a charcuterie board. But he offered to make the wedding cake. And he thinks he has the skills to make a wedding cake. I made the cake then, but it was not fun. So I cleaned that bowl. It was good. And now I wanted to say something else about my mom, because my mom has been clinically depressed forever. And so she might look very selfish, and sometimes she is very selfish. But for one thing, she can't help it. She's not that flexible in her head. And I don't know how far it would go if she wanted to be more flexible. Maybe there's something. But one thing that she gave us, or me especially, is, or us kids, because that is very good. That is something that everybody needs. Because often everybody has to be healthy and everything's fine and we're all so good. And if somebody has an issue, then we don't want to talk about it. And you know what I mean? And then that person is not good, or yeah. So a normal kind of view, even Gilmore Girls, what they think about shrinks is it's just horrible. It's just something you sometimes need. So yeah. And in our home, Mom was always behind us. When we were sick, she took that serious. She never said, oh, you're just pretending or something. And especially for me with those depressions, actually the same thing that she has, and maybe, yeah, also with the chronic fatigue, something that takes me a long time to recover from stuff. It was very important that I have that very in me, that I am fine. What I say is the truth. I am not well, even though nobody believes me. Always when it comes up, it's very hard. But that's what Mom did so well. And that's why nobody is allowed to be mean to my mom, even though she's not easy at all. She also made us very, very considerate for others. We look out for others a bit too much. And my sisters have bigger grudges with her with that. I don't mind that much. And we tell just things. But the thing was taking yourself seriously, and it's normal to not be fine. I mean, my little sister told her once that she's embarrassed about her because she's not normal. Also, Martina told that to Mom. And Mom was not offended. She said, I understand. She would feel the same way. So that's where I come from. And my sister struggled a bit with that, but for me it was very good to have that, because I've been going through schools and things and told everybody about it, and that was a chance for others to open up about their stuff too. And now more people do it, but they're a bit annoying how to do that. It's not, but yeah, I might talk a lot about it, but it is, what is it, 95% of my life. So, and I try to do stuffs in between. And sure, there's others who handle it way better too, but I'm not those. And that's fine, because I'm fine the way I am. Okay, so I don't know if I get the thing. I am not good at talking things when it's not prepared. I can write something and work on it until it makes sense. When I talk, I'm not good at it. Also with those, when I had relationships, I used to be so bad. I can write a letter, but when I have to talk with somebody, I have nothing, blank. There's nothing in my head. So I hope you got my point. And don't hate on my mom. It's lovely. And the next step, I have warmed up a cake glasur, Kuchenglasur dunkel, which is ganache, a dark ganache. And I'm not sure about this cream and this hot chocolate, so I didn't want to put any on top. I just hope it's gonna work. And then I want to add some Smarties, because we used to have a marble cake with Smarties, but I didn't want to have a marble cake. But I still wanted to have Smarties. So, and I have enough chocolate, and I can even make my own. I just hope it works, because this is warm and this should stay cold. I don't know what it does. Okay, Okay. And I just pour it over, because I think I couldn't move it with a brush or something. That's why I have more. Okay. In the end, it even looks like a drip cake. Huh? Might all be moving though. Okay. I hope it covers it all, just to enclose the cream, make it stay fresh or something. Okay. Heiß. Means it's hot. Did I do it? Also, as I used to do the glazing at home too, or a lot of the baking. Ugh. One time I made my own birthday cake, and instead of taking sugar, I took flour for the second time. So now that's all enclosed. It's gonna be a chocolate blob. Oh. Just want it really dicht. And then I guess I add a little more on top to add the Smarties. Maybe I can put it like that. Okay. Voila. Maybe a little more like this. Add it all to the sides. That doesn't work. Okay, maybe I need a brush. Sorry. Okay, I have brushes. Okay, so let's move it a bit. It's always annoying with the Smarties when you put them too soon. Oh, not too rough. Then they drop down, and when you're too late, they won't stick anymore. Okay, I'm not allowed to do that. Okay. That's what it reminded me of. I used to do that as a kid. Okay. I never did that with a cake like that. Because it would need it to be a marble cake. And again, my mom, talking about her a lot, was surprising how much she did for us when we were small, because even then she was not well, and she kept up with everything. She even took care of the cousins. My dad's sister and her sister, she had those kids too sometimes. And also she didn't get seen in her struggle with how unwell she was and stuff. Yeah, the other thing is that many people are ashamed of things when stuff is not perfect and stuff. And that's what makes it a bit annoying. Oh, I can also dunk it in, put it there. Yeah. And for me, it's just so normal to not be normal that I don't understand why it's such a trouble to admit that you are not perfect, that you have issues, and then it's not such a big deal. Like, everybody's different. I'm dunking it in the chocolate and put it on. I don't like when the Smarties have chocolate all over. I would like to have it better, but I have to accept it that I won't. So this is like a, I don't know, cannonball. So now the next Might or might not add Smarties. And don't go over with a brush. I think when I enclose it with the chocolate, then it keeps the cream fresher. But I have done that with you guys before, I think. And if I hold it like this, which is parts better. Okay, I have one more of those bags. And then my preparations are done. Then I just need to clean up and yeah, prepare the table and things and so on. It looks like there's those thing Connect 4 or something, those games. They have those special boosters. They look a bit like that. If I do that, if I put some Smarties on around it, then it looks like it's on purpose like that. Like here. Doesn't tip over. So, ta-da! And there's the one, and another one, and this one. This is gonna be for us, and this is, I don't know what I do with those. Maybe Martina wants one, or I eat one, or something. It's a ton of calories. So that was a ton of chocolate, and I think it's gonna be hard to get those off the plates. Well, I didn't want to move them once they're made because they're not sturdy or something. So we will just have to fight with the chocolate tomorrow. Which just made me think of those people who think that you are weak when you are unwell. Which is so not my opinion, because when you are weak, like unwell, like actually physically weak and psychologically at the limit, takes so much more to go through life. You need to be so much stronger than when everything is fine. I wish everybody could be a bit unhealthy at some point, because then they turn lovely and lovable and they get down from their high horse, because there's so many who think they are well because they will it that way. So they it's their thing that they are well, but they are just well because they're well. So it is the next day. It's my birthday, and so far it's not so good. But yeah, big surprise. So I will prepare more stuffs. I will film that later, but I will put this one out. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.